Yes, now I gather, although I can't necessarily tell, that your hair has changed colour, but it used to be more pink.
It used to be a lot pinker. Yeah. In fact, there's hardly any pink left in it
Oh,
now.
yes,
Yeah, there you
gosh.
go. You
Yes,
see.
yes, yes. Okay.
Yes. Okay. We can see the difference.
We do.
Yeah, that's right. I've gone blonde. Well, sort of blonde, honey blonde for the first time in, I don't know, 15, 20 years, something like that.
Tell us why, because I loved the pink. It was so distinctive. Did it hold you back in some way?
Well, I'm wondering if it has, you see. So I have two careers that I run side by side. I have my broadcasting and journalism and presenting. And then I also work in non-profits, and I run big strategic initiatives and public sector and things like that. And I think it's had started to hold me back. And I think it's partly linked to my age as well, that at my age, people look at women with brightly coloured hair and make all sorts of assumptions about us. So I thought I'd just try something else, because to be honest, I'm fed up if that's the kind of assumptions people are making.
That's very interesting, because we have a friend here called Carolyn Harris. She's an MP. She's a lovely person. There she is. Now, she has got bright hair. She's actually had a bit of news this week because she's become the trade envoy to New Zealand, which is great. And then she was in the House of Commons and someone grabbed this image of her. And before you judge, and I know it looks like she's asleep, I think as a matter of fact, she's looking down and to her right where her mobile phone has just flashed a message. So she's not asleep.
No.
And she got so much hostility for that photo that she's now left X just in the last couple of days. She said, "Okay, I'm not okay." And it's just, I wonder whether those. Here we are. Look, what's she saying here? I've always believed in open conversation and standing up for what I believe in, but X is no longer a place for that. It's become a platform where abuse is normalised. So there we are, and she's obviously, it's almost like a statement. And what I'm wondering whether, we know there are nasty people out there, Peg, and I'm wondering whether they somehow get triggered by colourful hair.
On women?
Well, I think they do.
On
You know,
women.
I had comments. After being on this show, I would have comments on your social media. And a lot of them commenting about my hair. And I just think it's only hair. Do you know what I mean? I first went pink when I was 15, right? So that is over 40 years ago. And really just pink is part of my identity. I just like colour, and it's only hair. But people make so many assumptions. And
How
I
do you feel
think
about it now, though, now that it's no longer pink? How do you feel now that it's no longer pink after 40 years? You've had to bow to, you know, certain people who said you don't have pink hair in this particular sector.
Yeah, well, I've done it off and on when I've had more senior jobs. I've often had to dye it in the past, generally bright orange or something like that, which is seen as acceptable. But you know, it's not like I've always had the pink hair. Off and on, I've had to change it. But it does. I look in the mirror and I don't feel like me, and that's a very sad thing. Just because of
it depends on the job, doesn't it? Because the politician we've just spoken about, Karen, I thought she looked fine, but a very senior minister, like the Transport Secretary, who's resigned from her job, she had very bright fluorescent hair, and I do not think that was a good look for a member of the cabinet.
Peg thinks it's fine. Peg.
Yeah, of course. Why?
Well, I'm sorry, because it's a question of respect.
Do you know what?
Well, can we talk about respecting Boris Johnson's hair?
Yeah, but he didn't dye his hair. His hair was just like that. What I'm saying is,
a mess.
If that lady had to meet the Transport Secretary of the United States of America, I don't think it would be a good look to go with very fluorescent bright hair.
Well, that is it.
That is just male patriarchy.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, and I apologise for it if it is. But that's the image I get.
We know, looking as we were earlier about the Trump administration, I think we can guarantee that they would take a dim view of red hair.
Yes.
They'd take a dim view of anything.
Yes.